Hello everyone, welcome back to Tuan channel. Today I have a special guest. He is run for Florida House Representative for District 35 and his name is Ken. Hello Ken, can you introduce your name please?
Hi there, Tuan. I'm Ken Davenport, and yes, I am running for District 35, State House of Representatives.
So Ken, can you tell a little bit more about yourself? Like I see that you have a very nice family.
So yes, I grew up here in Brevard County, moved to Orange County for college, graduated from the University of Central Florida with a criminal justice degree. Worked several years as a law enforcement officer in the probation and parole department. And I have my wife and I met there in college. She was my waitress, and I didn't go away. I kept bugging her, and she finally took me out to dinner one night. So it was a long time ago. We'll be 25 years married together this November after I win, and now we have 3 kids. Actually, my oldest and youngest, it's their birthdays here in June. So I now have, I have to start remembering that I have 3 kids under the age of 10. So it's been a blast. Didn't realize how much fun being a father would be. And it's really a joy of my life, and that's part of why I got into this run. When your kids are having trouble in school and you have situations where it's just not the proper thing that should be being done in school, we had some issues that we had to get involved in, and then the mandates and everything came out, and my wife and I decided that we needed to stop sitting here and letting us get rolled over by what's happening in politics. And unfortunately, I am now running for District 35 State House of Representatives in East Orlando, in East Osceola.
So Ken, you grow up here in Brevard, and
Yes, I actually was born in Rockledge.
it's kind of like cross here. I grew up in Orlando,
Yep.
and I moved out to Brevard for work, and then you from Brevard going to Orlando. Like, so we know the area really well.
We do. My dad actually was the base commander for the Titan program, so I grew up watching all the shuttles and all the spacecrafts go up. It was a great place to live and great place to grow up, and having the small hometown feeling of Rockledge. That's what we need to bring back to Florida. Florida is we're getting too many people moving here every day. We've got to get back that hometown feeling, and that's one of the reasons that I'm running. Is because I don't believe that our representatives are remembering that they work for us, and I want to get back and be a representative of the people by the people.
Well, Ken, I mean, I didn't know your dad worked for the Titan program. I work at the Cape. I mean, I work on the Kennedy Space Center side, and then
Right.
I work on the Cape Canaveral to support Navy for the ballistic missile program.
Right.
And it's great to know that your family involved with space industry and you get familiar with that. So, how long have you been living in Orlando, and have you, I mean, your business there and?
Yeah. So I moved to Orlando. Back in 90s to go to college. Graduated high school 88, so somewhere around 92, 93, after graduating from Brevard Community College, I went over to UCF. And I've been living in Orlando for about 24 years now. Moved to moved to DeLand for a couple years, but been in my house that I currently live since before 2000.
You know, based on what you say, you're one of the best person for your district that you run in because you know the area. You lived there for a long time. You went to UCF and then Brevard because your district connects between UCF and Brevard, and you know, kind of like in that area. So it's a perfect spot for you, and you've been living there. So how what kind of challenge that you dealing right now when you run for a House representative?
So the biggest challenge, I think, is that I have 2 counties that I have to try to get to. And I'm trying to deal with, 2 Rotary clubs, 2 of this, 2 of that. I'm getting down to Osceola. And yes, like you said, I grew up here. In high school, we would actually go over and play football against St. Cloud or someone like that over in Osceola. So I've been traveling in and out of Osceola, going to the Silver Spurs Rodeo and camping and doing all this stuff that I've done throughout my life, being involved in the community in East Orange County and Osceola. And the difference is that Osceola is very politically active. I'm learning a lot down there. The people are really, really involved, and it's really a pleasure to go down and talk to them and find out that they're not happy with their representation, and they really are looking for a fresh start. And that's been quite a blessing for me to be down and meet the people of Osceola. And East Orange County, I'm out there knocking on doors, and I'm getting people that are the same way. They're tired of the representation that we've had, and they want someone out there that's real, honest, and true. And what they're seeing with me is someone that is not a career politician, someone that I was never going to be in politics until I decided December 10th of 2021. So less than 6 months I've been doing this, and it's resonating with the people. The people want to see a change. They want to see someone that's willing to go up there and fight for them and not dismiss them. The biggest thing I hear is how you get elected and never see them again.
Exactly. You know, very impressed that you say you just start for 6 months and I mean, your name is everywhere. I see your side, your name is everywhere. I mean, you expose, and then you're very nice and kind and funny guy too. Because when my first or second time I met you, and you make joke, and I'm you know, I love to make joke too, and that's how we connect. And you know, one thing that we have the same that is we went to we graduated from UCF. We both graduated from UCF. That's what we need for the area, because it's the good college, but it's, you know, we have to get more opportunity job to connect where NASA and space industry and college, and that's why I think the District 35 is designed for you. You know, because it's awesome that you run in that district. So you had mentioned about education. Can you let everybody know your thought about education?
Well, the Parents' Bill of Rights needs to be strengthened. I know that we just did something with Governor DeSantis, but with CRT and the books that are in the library, you know, if I'm a representative right now that's claiming that I'm on the most political committees there are to support education, and then all of this news starts to come out about how we have CRT, we have uncontrolled books that are in our libraries. These are issues that should be taught by the parents. These are not things that should be taught in the school system. And so I want to make sure that we're concentrating on reading, writing, and arithmetic for the children, and then the social skills are something that the parents should be doing. If you choose to have a certain set of social values, then please do that. But do that at your house. This is not something that we need our social influence from a different person. Like, for instance, you come from a different culture. What you are going to need to teach your children is maybe different from what I need to teach my children.
True.
And these are things that should be acceptable.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't be done by a teacher in the school system. And that's one of those things that we're adding more to the teachers.
Yes.
We've got to stop doing that as well. Teachers are gold for us. They are teaching our children, and they are our resource. We've got to stop making it so difficult for them that the administration is making them do more and more and more, which what does that do at the end of the day? It takes away from the kids' teaching and learning skills.
See, the pupil had pushed the education in wrong direction, and then that's pushed the teacher harder. And then a lot of people they love to teach, they love to be a teacher, but they don't want to teach because it's too much responsibility that they don't have to. You know, there's too much involved that they don't have to. You know, why they have to take a low paid job to education your kid, and you give them, the people give them hard time, and the kid doesn't care or respect. You know, back into when I grow up, I mean, I was born in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And even the culture had changed now as based on what I know, but still, people still respect teacher.
Right.
I mean, they do respect them at somebody had education to teach them, to educate them.
Right.
And I mean, it's America is went wrong direction.
Yes.
So far in the last few decades, and that make a bad example for other country too. You know, right now in Vietnam, they copy of how American bad influence into Vietnam. So why don't we do the other way around? Like I grow up here in America, but at least when I came here, I know the basic idea. I know what going on. I know what happened. I mean, people respect. We have to show the parent have to show and the children have to show the respect to the teacher. So make sure that they can educate your kid in the right way, because you don't want influence or give a hard time to a teacher and the pay rate that they have is low already. We have to do something for about it. Now, back to your family question.
Yes.
So you say your wife is your server. So you have she work for you.
Oh yes. She was my waitress.
I mean,
Yes.
wait. I'm sorry. You see what?
Don't let her hear you said that she was my server.
I'm sorry.
I'm selling you out on that one.
So see your waitress. You have a restaurant. You run a restaurant.
No, she worked at the Fridays. That was close to UCF there on Colonial, and the Bennigan's was next door. And that's since they've tore that down. But yeah, I mean, this is 25 years ago. So we'll be together 28 years total in November. When,
So you manage a restaurant?
No. I was going there for Monday night, 50% off college night.
Okay.
So me and a group of guys that were in the criminal justice department, there were about 10 of us.
Okay.
On Monday nights, we'd go there to have a good time.
Yeah.
And she ended up always being our waitress. And
See, that's a lovely story.
yes,
Because when I look at your family, you have 3 kids, you have a wife, you got a, you there. I mean, the whole family, 5 people.
Yeah.
It's a lovely family.
Thank you.
It's a lovely thing. And now it's a great thing that you stand up to do something for our country.
yes.
What kind of business that you do? As you mean?
Well, I've done real estate for a long time. I think I bought my first house when I was 20.
Mhm.
I'm currently still in real estate. I've been a realtor for, 30 years. I was a probation officer for several years with the state, so I have a lot of experience going to court, looking at dealing with judges, state's attorneys, and stuff like that. After that, I ended up right before 9/11. I opened a pizza restaurant. My wife and I had. She was a marketing director for Papa John's Regional, and then we worked 2 jobs out of college for 15 years, and then we opened up our own pizza restaurant, and we struggled with that for 4 years after 9/11, and we finally had to let that go. It was tough. Restaurant business was really tough, and 9/11 was extremely difficult to keep it going, and then from there we've transitioned into the real estate and stuff like that. So I've had a lot of experience doing different things in different walks of life. Out of college, I was a construction worker. I dug ditches.
See,
I mean, these are the things that people want to see. They don't want to see that I've had a silver spoon.
Mhm.
Everything I have in my life, it's because my wife and I work 2 jobs for,
Yeah, yeah.
and we've been able to bring ourselves up.
That's why I keep tell everybody it's opportunity.
Yes.
It's an opportunity. If you work hard for it, you deserve what you get. You look at you right now. You own a house when you was 20 years old. How many people can do that?
Right.
It's from your own money and finance, and you stand up for yourself. You do something for yourself.
Me and my best friend
You and
that
your
I'm
best-
still friends with.
Okay.
We had to re-roof 3 roofs
Uh-huh.
to get the money for the down payment.
Yeah.
So-
See, that is what you bring to the table right now, because American people should understand that this country is a freedom and opportunity. Don't let it go to the wrong direction. There's no certain thing for free, because if they give you something for free, they take your money somewhere else. Now, Ken is one of the candidate that I interviewed that he have a diverse background to run for his position. I think will be best for the area, because look at his background. He's business owner. He know the law. He's grow up in the area, and then he graduated from school in the area, and now he run for the district in the area too. So all that plus is what the voter should vote for him, because it's hard to get somebody have a busy life to leave everything behind and start to run for House representative. I mean, for any office, is not easy when you have to put your business behind, because there's more job, more work for them to do. So if you are watching our videos, please go to Ken website to donate him or support him, and reach out to him if you want to do volunteer work for him. So Ken, can you tell everybody your website address?
Yes, thank you. It's votedavenport.com. And just go to votedavenport.com. You should be able to pull up my website and be able to donate right there. Put your information in to help get out and door hang and volunteer. We need tons of volunteers. This cycle, this year, seems to be very difficult to get people to come out and volunteer. And we're getting to that point where we're going to need you to help out waving, holding signs on the streets, getting our name out to people. And Team Davenport is going to win this. We're gonna come from behind and beat an incumbent, and we're gonna have a lot of fun making sure that we take care of the people.
Yeah. See, I love what your effort. I love your energy, because within 6 months you moving really fast, and people know you. And then anytime I'm driving from my house to Orlando for campaign, I see your sign, Ken everywhere. That's a good effort to put out. That's what people want to see, and that's what people need to see about what you do for the community. Now, you and I have a lot in common.
Yes.
We're a lot in common. We dig in hole, for construction.
Oh yeah.
We flip house.
Yeah.
And we work on the roof.
Right.
We have restaurant.
Yes.
I mean, we are a professional in different field.
Right.
But it's not. We graduate from the same college.
Right.
So we have a lot of common. That's why we understand the value and the opportunity of this country. But the left has been try to change this and push in the wrong direction, and I don't want to happen. So in your opinion, what the first thing, not opinion, but like, what is the first thing that you have to do when you're in the office?
Well, I think one of the first things that we have to do, and right now, currently, I am a flight attendant. My wife and I are both flight attendants, so we travel.
Wait. You are a flight attendant?
Yes.
You know what? I took a flight simulation.
Oh yeah.
But I did not take my actual flight yet.
Oh nice.
And then that's funny that I was thinking about last couple of days. Oh, when I'm gonna take my actual flight training.
Right.
So that's interesting. You see that more in common, because it's all in flying.
Well, and it transponds to what I'm trying to do too, because I'm traveling the country. I see people from California to Minnesota to Texas to Boston. And, what I'm hearing now when I talk to the people at the doors, we've got to get the economy back under control. And that may not be something that I can do at the state level, but I can do things at the state level that we can affect how the schools are protected. I have a lot of elderly people that are worried about their grandchildren. And, when you've got the base of the parents and the grandparents that are all worried about what's happening in the school system, we kind of need to start there. I've talked extensively about my medical history and my quadruple bypass that I had, that I was on a ventilator for 2 weeks and several weeks in the hospital. Patient bill of rights, not leaving someone alone, and having that experience that I had. To be on that ventilator, you don't know which day is up or down, and to know that there was people that were left alone, that they'd been married 50, 60, whatever years, and now they were alone by themselves. And, the medical staff did a great job when my wife wasn't there, which was very rare. But I was fortunate. My wife was there every day. We can never let this happen again, where people are left alone. And then we've got to strengthen our medical rights. Most people don't understand that right now, in Florida, we still have a law on the books that says that the medical director of the state can shut down the state of Florida. So if this monkeypox thing is something that they decide is a real thing, they can shut us down. And look how close we were to not having Governor DeSantis. We could have been the second New York of being shut down for 2 years and not being able to survive. So these are things that I want to get up there and make a difference and try to protect us. Your choice is what you should have. If you don't want to do this particular thing, the government should not be telling you that you have to do this.
Yeah.
That's not the way the world works.
See, when you mention about the chicken, it's funny because I'm just worried more about Joe Biden administration
Exactly.
than the virus
Exactly.
because I don't know what they're gonna push out because hey, the midterm election is coming,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
2024.
Well,
I mean,
and look
they-
at the border. Look at what we have at the border. We have the judge came out and put a hold on I forget the name of the law that's holding them back. But as soon as that's released, how many people are just going to come rushing across the border that aren't already doing it?
see, that's why I am immigrant here.
Yes.
I'm immigrant
My
here.
wife's family, same thing.
I am an immigrant here, but I don't support for illegal immigrant. On top of that, the border needs to be secure. Why? Because it's not only the people cross our country for economic. They are crossing the country because of human traffic,
Yes.
drug, and gangster and other stuff, illegal stuff. It's not like cross the country because of politic matter or because of they looking for a better life. It's not only that, but if they are really cross the country for politic matter or they're looking for a job, a better economic, they are the way to apply into government.
Right.
They are way to come to America to work. It's not, you cannot cross the border and bring all the children, all the drug, all the human traffic, all that stuff into our country. And then if other country they have a wall or a fence for themselves, why not us?
Right.
You know, and even here, if our house, we live here, some neighbors, some people, they still have their fence for their house to protect the family. Why don't we have a fence to protect our country? You see that that's something it should continue with President Trump. We have to finish the fence.
Yeah.
We have to finish the wall and make sure that people come in legally. There's so many ways. And then thank you for bringing it up. And I see that what you see, but if you honored to be selected, I'm honored to be selected. There are a lot that we can do for our
yes.
country.
Yes.
And-
And what people don't understand either is like when you travel, if you go and you try to fly to Australia, if you don't pay their $50 entrance fee to get into the country and you land in Australia, you will be put on the next flight. You will never be able to leave immigration and go out into the airport. You will be held there and then you will be put on the next flight back out. My wife and I almost got caught up in that because we didn't know, and we were walking through the airport to go to Australia, and someone said, "Hey, did you get your visa paid for?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?" And we had to get online. And then, of course, you're trying to get online, and the airport internet is terrible.
Yeah.
We had 20 minutes. We got it done 3 minutes before we had to board the plane. But
Yeah.
it was a very serious thing
Yeah.
to be able to go to Australia and know that we can't do it on the plane. It had to be done ahead of time.
Yeah.
And other countries have rules that they follow. And when we stopped following our rules, a friend of mine from Cuba, they've been here 12 years. It took them 3 years to get their passport straightened out so they could come to the United States. And I was helping them out the other day. He fell and hurt his knee, so I took her to the hospital. And she was telling me about this. She was telling me about why is it I come from a communist country, and she wanted to know why people are wanting to go back to a communist state. She goes, and she's like, I lived there. I left at 23 years of age. There is nothing for me to do there in Cuba. And no one ever leaves, her exact words were, no one ever leaves a country that they love.
No.
You know, your parents didn't leave
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
wanted to leave.
Yeah,
They
true.
needed to leave.
True. Because my parents don't want to live Vietnam because they born there, they grow up there, they have friend or family, everybody there.
Right.
They don't want to live unless there's something happen. Like Vietnam is under communism country.
Right.
So I have that experience because I born there in Vietnam until 12 years old, and I see and I witness how corruption they are, how bad they are, how the government can get control of the citizen. So that's why I don't want it happen here in our country. And the good thing is you see that when you travel and you have your family come from another country,
Right.
you see that, you see the value of it. And it's good that you stand up to do something for our country. That is something that American, all the voter out there should look out to see who can do the job, who can get a job done.
Exactly.
It's you and I. We're not looking for to become politician. We're not looking
No.
for a job because, you know, I can go wherever I want. I can say whatever I want to say. Now I have to control what I want to say. You know, I always make jokes too because I work in the field with technician, with the construction. So we crazy. We have a crazy side of it. But now we have to control what we want to say. You know, we don't want to have that happen, but because how much we love the community and how much I love this country, that's why we stand up to run for office.
Well, and it's funny you say that too, because now that I've run for office, I've had several people call me and they say they've looked me up. And you know, you don't know what you've really done in the past that could be considered something that it could be bad. I know that I don't have anything, and people are calling me and they're like, I can't find anything on you. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm pretty boring.
Hey, you know, sometimes I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't do anything bad either.
Right.
But you know, people can make up or say anything, whatever. I don't care because I'm not looking for to be a career into it. Hey,
Right.
if people select me in office, they trust what I'm going to do for our country. If they trust what you're going to do for the country, they select you in the office.
Right.
Because I think pretty much like you and I so far, we have a boring life too because
Right.
we work, and then do this and do that and create business and things like that. But you know, the left side, they can say whatever they want to. Even the rhino, they want to say whatever they want to.
Well, and
you know?
that's my problem that I have is that I spend a lot of time with my family, so I don't get in trouble because I'm out camping with my family and doing something at SeaWorld or Disney with my family, and Universal we go to a lot. But you know, like my incumbent that I'm running against, you know, look up his arrest record, you'll find one.
Okay.
And you look me up, you won't find anything like
Okay.
that. You know, and to use your political position to get arrested being impersonating a police officer and have Governor DeSantis ask you to step down from your position in Osceola, and then 6 months later, because the county of Polk County didn't know about his history, he lost his election in November in Osceola, but Polk County carried him. And so we have a reverse here where Osceola does not like my incumbent, and Orange County we're new, so we don't know. So he could sneak through the system again because Governor DeSantis came out and supported him, and you know I have no problem with that. You know, I've already gone head to head with him with the Liberty Caucus and got an endorsement from them over him. I'm going to get an endorsement over him with another group probably in next month. And Governor DeSantis didn't endorse me because he hasn't met me yet. That's the
Hey,
whole thing.
you know what? If President Trump met me again, and I think he gonna endorse me too because what I'm doing for the country, for our country.
Exactly.
And I think if Ron DeSantis met you, he for sure he gonna endorse you because look at your background, look at what you're gonna do, look at who you are. You
Right.
have a beautiful family. You have a business. You have very positive energy,
Right.
and you know exactly what you're doing, and you're involved with a lot of different stuff that American need to look into the leadership that way because like you understand the working class.
Yes.
You understand the middle class. You understand business investment because you do real estate. You have a restaurant,
Right.
so you know the values of how to create job, how to give other people opportunity. You understand both end. Like your wife as a waitress, and she know how challenge what she have to do to make the money for college and things like that.
Right.
So that's why it's very important because you work at a employees, and then and you and your wife, and then now, and then you start a business. You see the
Yeah.
challenge of it. You know, a lot of people don't understand like the challenge of having a business and the challenge of working for somebody, you know, in a restaurant.
Well,
So
and my wife is like you. Her family came here from South America. You know, it took them 3+ years to get here, and she was immigrant family coming
from
here.
South
And-
America.
and- yeah, South America.
So does he know Elon Musk?
Yeah, but you know, and they had the pleasure of moving here and going to West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, her father had to change his name from Sergio to John.
Uh-huh.
And but they survived. You know, he was an engineer, and he ended up coming here to Titusville and worked at
I'm sorry to interrupt you. South America, not South Africa.
South America.
Oh, I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
sir.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
Go ahead. Sorry.
so he was an engineer, and for the last 30 years of his life, he was the X-ray technician repairman for Jess Parish Hospital.
Okay.
So coming from nothing and going back to Chile and doing a following where her father lived, and seeing where my wife could have ended up living, and you know, just one switch of change from turning right or left, your life is completely different. So knowing that and being able to connect with the people that I know how one decision affects your whole life in a positive or a negative way, we can help people, and we can get out there and make a difference, and at least talk to the people on a level that we make them understand, not make them, but have them understand. I've been in their shoes, and I can relate.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that our current representative can do that.
Yeah. See, again, if you live in the District 35, Florida, House Representative for District 35, look on Ken website and find out more about him and support him, because every candidate, when they run for the office, they work so hard on everything that they can. You name it, we have to do a lot of different stuff, like run around for campaigns, meet different people, do the fundraise, get the money, because there will be a lot of money for advertising, marketing, and pay for the people, for the campaigns, and so on and on. If you, please go to the website and then donate him or sign up whatever he have and be a part of his campaigns as a volunteer or supporter. It's very important. Can you tell everybody again about your website?
Yes, please go to votedavenport.com and donate whatever you can. Every dollar counts. Any small donation, you just don't understand how huge that donation may be. If it's $1, $5, but volunteer work would be amazing. Anything you can do to help the campaign, we're going to make a difference. We're going to be out there to support you. And after I get elected, I will be out there supporting you again, because I will promise you this, that every week I will go out 1 day a week and I will knock on doors and introduce myself as the representative, so that I show you that I'm not afraid to come out and say hello to you and get your opinion of what we're doing in legislation and what you need or what you may want to see going forward. I'm going to be that candidate that comes out and reminds you that I'm still here.
See, that's a great thing. That's a good message you send to everybody. Now, because I have a great conversation with you today. It's a great conversation, and you had a lot to bring to the table. You had a diverse background.
Yeah.
It's hard to find somebody to have a diverse background in the office, because nowadays we need to improve and change our state as well as our country, because we have to bring the manufacture back to America. We have to bring the business back to America, and we have to grow the area and education and things like that. So I think if 2022, if we all can turn Central Florida to red,
Yes.
will be a good thing for America, because the Orlando area has been green and blue for so long, and it's no good for our country already, because criminals increase and other stuff. And then that election, I don't know if really Democrat is winning or they cheating. That needs to be stopped.
Right.
So it have to be fair election. Is that if I'm honored to be selected, I will make sure our voting integrity will be inspect, because of my cybersecurity background and then I need your support from the law.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So because that's very important of not who is winning office is a change of level. It's not just one person. So in order to get some change in Florida or for America, we need to all different level have to work together. From city councilor, mayor, state, district, and Florida House of Representative, and senator, and then Congress, because it have to be changed at the same time. If one person stir the pot, it's not going to be happen. So
Right.
I mean, I hope that many people like you run the campaign together. Now we are run out of time today,
Okay.
and I'd like you to come back another time. Now, what kind of message that you want to send to everybody now, and what you need from everybody right now?
Well, I would really suggest right now that people all come to me and I tell them about myself and they want to do the research. Well, the research that can be done by looking online, but honestly, that's just information that the candidates put out there. Last night we were at an event. There was about 40 different candidates. Most of the candidates are new candidates running to save and protect the people of Florida. What I suggest is you get out there, you find out where these events are. You come out and you meet us personally. When you talk to me personally, you can see my body language. You can see how I'm engaged with you. You can then start to understand the fight that's in the new set of candidates that are trying to get into office and to get these incumbents out so that we can make a change and make life better for not just you, but for our children and the children to come. When we start getting out there and actually meeting the candidates, you're going to feel a lot better about actually voting for us.
See, that's a good message, and I hope to you the people who live in the District 35 will vote for you and select you in the office, because for me, you overqualify, you the best person for that area, and is there's no reason for you to fighting any more people. If they know what they are looking for, they should vote for you, because you have a nice pretty family, you have a job, you have business, you understand the challenge of having business and flipping house, digging a hole, doing the roof,
Yeah.
you name it, the whole 9 yards, you've been there and done that. So that's an awesome thing for the district and for our country too. It's not just only for Florida; it's for our country.
Right.
And I think people will see that, and hopefully that they go out for vote for you. And please, if you watch this video, and then if you anywhere in the U.S., you can donate for Ken. You don't have to live in the district. You can donate for Ken from anywhere in America. You never know, he will run for your state one day. So if you can donate, because like what he say, he's a flight attendant. So we don't know when the next stop is he going to stop. So if it's happened into your city or your state or your county, then that's a good thing. So donate to help him to win this election, and then what he can do for our country, and then give him an opportunity to serve. Thank you very much for watching the channel, and I hope to see everybody again on next episode. So now